So today I'm going to be pulling apart the mini concept rig and putting Joker's 5820K, which he sent for me for pretty cheap, on it and overclocking it, and also building a Sandy Bridge PC for upcoming benchmarks, because why the hell not? Welcome back to Tech Yes City. This is Brian coming to you guys today with kind of like a vlog of some things I'm going to do for upcoming benchmarks, and one of those things is I'm going to be pulling apart this open test bed here and then putting a 5820K on it, overclocking it, and also putting that water cooler on it. And then behind that, I've got a Z77 motherboard with a Sandy Bridge CPU, and I'm going to be building that rig as well. So let's get on with this. Alright, so we've got this test rig set up, the 5820K, it's going. Now Joker said this thing could do 4.6 gigahertz at 1.3 volt, I believe it is. So we're gonna go put that to the test now and then see if it boots and see if it can go through with the stress test. So let's get on with that now. Alright, so we're starting the benchmark now and we're gonna give this 10-minute run at 4.6 gigahertz. So let's see if it can do this. Okay, maybe not 4.6 gigahertz fully completely stable. Alright, so let's try 4.5 gigahertz this time and see if this holds up with about 10 minutes of benchmarking. So we're now stable at 4.5 gigahertz for 10 minutes, so this is a pretty good CPU. This is at 1.265 volt. So we'll just give 4.6 gigahertz another shot now by tweaking a few settings in the BIOS and seeing if it works properly. So it just doesn't look like 4.6 gigahertz is working. Let's get on now to the Z77 and 2500K combo. Alright, so we're in the BIOS for the ECS motherboard here on the Z77 line, and I gotta say there's very limited options here. I have never seen a BIOS on an overclocking motherboard be this simplistic. But we've got the ratio here at 46, and we've got a weird setting here, overclocking extra volt. I'm guessing that's extra voltage. And it's got 1/256, so I'm guessing that's like every factor is 1 of like 256. I'm not too sure, like I've never seen this setting before either. So we're just gonna try and let it go at 46, and that's all we've changed. So we've literally upped this from 33 all the way to 46, and we're just gonna see if that works. We're just gonna save changes and exit, and hope and pray for the best. Alright, so this is booted up fine into Windows at 4.6 gigahertz. Now we're just gonna run the stress test and see if this CPU is alright. I mean, the voltage here looks absolutely fine. I mean, that's reasonable for a 4.6 gigahertz overclock. See there, it's sitting at around 1.33 volt. And this is with a mediocre SU as well. Like, I'm not using anything super fancy here. So we're gonna see if this runs for 10 minutes at 4.6 gigahertz on pretty much auto settings. Okay, so we've had this stress test running for about an hour now and it's passed with flying colors. So we're gonna try and up it a little bit, maybe to 4.8 gigahertz and see if it runs. All right, so 4.8 doesn't work. Maybe the auto voltage was going a little bit too high, or maybe it just couldn't connect with the computer on that level. Because, you know, CPUs have feelings and all that. All right, so 4.7 has gone straight into the desktop and crashed. So we got lucky at 4.6. That was straight away the first overclock we locked in, and it looks like the sweet spot for this CPU and motherboard. So there we have it, that CPU from Joker, the 5820K, which cost me $250, did go up to 4.5 gigahertz stable. Now, it probably could have went to 4.6 gigahertz if I had a much better power supply. So I don't think Joker's claims were too far off there. And also on that note, with that Z77 motherboard for $20, friggin' bargain, especially when I couple it with that $80 2500K, which overclocked all the way up to 4.6 gigahertz. And for a $100 combo, that's really damn good value. One thing I will say is that Z77 motherboard, that has by far got to be the easiest overclock I have ever done in my life. Literally just hit the multiplier up to 46, save and exit, and it's good to go. And actually I gotta say, the voltages weren't too far off what I have experienced with Sandy Bridge. So I gotta say that it's not such a bad thing that you can overclock that easy. So I guess kudos to ECS on that front, even though that motherboard did only have a 1 4-pin connector there, which probably limited it to going even higher than 4.6. I'm not too sure there. It may have been the CPU or it may have been that 4-pin, since it only allows it to go to 115 watts, I think. And we were getting around about 100 watts at 4.6. So 4.6 gigahertz. So I don't know if that was the limiting factor, but even so, 4.6 for the money that we paid for this combo is really damn good value there, and I can't complain whatsoever. So without going too far off topic, we now have 3 systems set up here with different architectures and also different core counts. So I'm really looking forward to giving you guys some of the benchmarks of these upcoming GPUs on these systems, so stay tuned for that. And if you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments about the content in today's video, be sure to drop a comment in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't already, subscribe and whatnot and all that goodness, because there's some awesome videos to come, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out for now, bye. Damn man, look at that Kudasaki Ichigo case. I mean, $35. Like, where have you been all my life, Kudasaki Ichigo case? I know people like overseas are like, damn man, where do I get a Kudasaki Ichigo from, Brian? It's like, well, damn brother, I don't know, man. You got to come to Japan and get one of these things. That's right, pay $2 grand for a flight and then just get a $35 case. Man, worth it right there.